Hey, Mobile Legends fans! Get ready for something amazing! Our brand new interactive effect feature is officially here! The first batch of effects goes live on November 5th. There's one for every situation you can imagine, so let's check them out in-game. Ready to showcase your synergy with teammates? Send a little love ya their way. Here's how. Simply tap their avatar, drag over to your chosen effect, and watch the sparks fly. In the Hero Select phase, show some appreciation with a like for teammates who take on crucial roles. And for teammates who are being, well, a little stubborn, try a heavy strike for persuasion. Which of these amazing new effects caught your eye? We've got even more interactive effects coming your way. So share your brightest ideas in the comments below. They could become the next effect that everyone's talking about. Hey, Mobile Legends fans! Get ready for something amazing! Our brand new interactive effect feature is officially here! The first batch of effects goes live on November 5th. There's one for every situation you can imagine, so let's check them out in-game. Ready to showcase your synergy with teammates? Send a little love ya their way. Here's how. Simply tap their avatar, drag over to your chosen effect, and watch the sparks fly. In the Hero Select phase, show some appreciation with a like for teammates who take on crucial roles. And for teammates who are being, well, a little stubborn, try a heavy strike for persuasion. Which of these amazing new effects caught your eye? We've got even more interactive effects coming your way. So share your brightest ideas in the comments below. They could become the next effect that everyone's talking about. Hey, Mobile Legends fans! Get ready for something amazing! Our brand new interactive effect feature is officially here! The first batch of effects goes live on November 5th. There's one for every situation you can imagine, so let's check them out in-game. Ready to showcase your synergy with teammates? Send a little love ya their way. Here's how. Simply tap their avatar, drag over to your chosen effect, and watch the sparks fly. In the Hero Select phase, show some appreciation with a like for teammates who take on crucial roles. And for teammates who are being, well, a little stubborn, try a heavy strike for persuasion. Which of these amazing new effects caught your eye? We've got even more interactive effects coming your way. So share your brightest ideas in the comments below. They could become the next effect that everyone's talking about. Hey, Mobile Legends fans! Get ready for something amazing! Our brand new interactive effect feature is officially here! The first batch of effects goes live on November 5th. There's one for every situation you can imagine, so let's check them out in-game. Ready to showcase your synergy with teammates? Send a little love ya their way. Here's how. Simply tap their avatar, drag over to your chosen effect, and watch the sparks fly. In the Hero Select phase, show some appreciation with a like for teammates who take on crucial roles. And for teammates who are being, well, a little stubborn, try a heavy strike for persuasion. Which of these amazing new effects caught your eye? we've got even more interactive effects coming your way. So share your brightest ideas in the comments below. They could become the next effect that everyone's talking about. Hey, Mobile Legends fans! Get ready for something amazing! Our brand new interactive effect feature is officially here. The first batch of effects goes live on November 5th. There's one for every situation you can imagine, so let's check them out in-game. Ready to showcase your synergy with teammates? Send a little love ya their way. Here's how. Simply tap their avatar, drag over to your chosen effect, and watch the sparks fly. In the hero select phase, show some appreciation with a like for teammates who take on crucial roles. And for teammates who are being, well, a little stubborn, try a heavy strike for persuasion. Which of these amazing new effects caught your eye? We've got even more interactive effects coming your way. So share your brightest ideas in the comments below. They could become the next effect that everyone's talking about. Hey, Mobile Legends fans! Get ready for something amazing! Our brand new interactive effect feature is officially here. The first batch of effects goes live on November 5th. There's one for every situation you can imagine, so let's check them out in-game. Ready to showcase your synergy with teammates? Send a little love ya their way. Here's how. Simply tap their avatar, drag over to your chosen effect, and watch the sparks fly. In the hero select phase, show some appreciation with a like for teammates who take on crucial roles. And for teammates who are being, well, a little stubborn, try a heavy strike for persuasion. Which of these amazing new effects caught your eye? We've got even more interactive effects coming your way. So share your brightest ideas in the comments below. They could become the next effect that everyone's talking about. Hey, Mobile Legends fans! Get ready for something amazing! Our brand new interactive effect feature is officially here. The first batch of effects goes live on November 5th. There's one for every situation you can imagine, so let's check them out in-game. Ready to showcase your synergy with teammates? Send a little love ya their way. Here's how. Simply tap their avatar, drag over to your chosen effect, and watch the sparks fly. In the hero select phase, show some appreciation with a like for teammates who take on crucial roles. And for teammates who are being, well, a little stubborn, try a heavy strike for persuasion. Which of these amazing new effects caught your eye? We've got even more interactive effects coming your way. So share your brightest ideas in the comments below. They could become the next effect that everyone's talking about. Hey, Mobile Legends fans! Get ready for something amazing! Our brand new interactive effect feature is officially here. The first batch of effects goes live on November 5th. There's one for every situation you can imagine, so let's check them out in-game. Ready to showcase your synergy with teammates? Send a little love ya their way. Here's how. Simply tap their avatar, drag over to your chosen effect, and watch the sparks fly. In In the Hero Select phase, show some appreciation with a like for teammates who take on crucial roles. And for teammates who are being, well, a little stubborn, try a heavy strike for persuasion. Which of these amazing new effects caught your eye? We've got even more interactive effects coming your way. So share your brightest ideas in the comments below. They could become the next effect that everyone's talking about. Hey, Mobile Legends fans! Get ready for something amazing! Our brand new interactive effect feature is officially here! The first batch of effects goes live on November 5th. There's one for every situation you can imagine, so let's check them out in-game. Ready to showcase your synergy with teammates? Send a little love ya their way. Here's how. Simply tap their avatar, drag over to your chosen effect, and watch the sparks fly. In the Hero Select phase, show some appreciation with a like for teammates who take on crucial roles. And for teammates who are being, well, a little stubborn, try a heavy strike for persuasion. Which of these amazing new effects caught your eye? We've got even more interactive effects coming your way. So share your brightest ideas in the comments below. They could become the next effect that everyone's talking about. Hey, Mobile Legends fans! Get ready for something amazing! Our brand new interactive effect feature is officially here! The first batch of effects goes live on November 5th. There's one for every situation you can imagine, so let's check them out in-game. Ready to showcase your synergy with teammates? Send a little love ya their way. Here's how. Simply tap their avatar, drag over to your chosen effect, and watch the sparks fly. In the Hero Select phase, show some appreciation with a like for teammates who take on crucial roles. And for teammates who are being, well, a little stubborn, try a heavy strike for persuasion. Which of these amazing new effects caught your eye? We've got even more interactive effects coming your way. So share your brightest ideas in the comments below. They could become the next effect that everyone's talking about. Hey, Mobile Legends fans! Get ready for something amazing! Our brand new interactive effect feature is a...
He's gonna save someone this time. For him, I will be the beacon through these turbulent seas.
ladies and gentlemen, and once more, welcome to the lower bracket matches between Team SATUL Seoul versus Team HAVOC. This is MLOS S2, and we are here tonight to see a rematch between these two teams in to find out who would be going up into the upper brackets tomorrow. Then again, this is me, your caster Sarah, alongside none other than the very talented Alexia. So, Alexia, how do you feel tonight?
I am so excited, Sarah. The best thing about BO3 series is that it gets so exciting, like almost this nail biting tension that you can't resist. I hope that 3 games are what we get to see tonight. I am so excited to see what goes down between these two exciting teams.
Absolutely, I honestly agree with you there because in the first match, like what I have seen, Team Havoc did manage to almost give a very tough competition into the first game. In the first time these two teams matched. However, Seoul definitely came back in that game, and the second game was just pure domination from their side. So, this time around as well, I believe they would be looking to do something similar because, of course, it's Seoul, and they definitely want to move up to the upper brackets and make it to the top two or top one, whichever position they like.
Definitely, definitely. We want to see that for both the teams, and tonight we can see that they have already started by deciding that Angela and Cece, Basha, Harit, Gatot, and Hilda, they're already in the ban list. So according to the new patch that MLBB has released, we can see that these heroes like are currently so strong. They are uncontrollable right now that they definitely have to be put to the ban list. These players are trying to create the space for these annoying heroes to like not disturb the back line. So what do you think about this draft pick so far?
Honestly, with the recent patch changes which came on just yesterday, we have seen the Hilda getting prioritized in almost every draft. So definitely a very good ban coming in right there. Gatot is of course a respect ban for Apex, while CC Baxia and Harith once again just standard targeted bans towards the side of Havoc. And then again, the Alice first pick, definitely a very good choice. However, it is still counterable, judging from the fact that Team Soul could just go in for the Lunox on towards the mid lane or gold lane. They could also go in for the Esmeralda or Uranus or even the Lapu Lapu on towards their EXP or gold flex. And of course, Jay is going to be locking in onto his Lancelot along with the Kalia for those easy pickoffs during the team fights.
Definitely. And for the Alice pick, I feel that a hero like Rafaela, who could give Alice constant speed up along with slow down to the opponents, I think that would be a really good complementary hero here. But anyway, we can see that they have chosen Ruby as their second pick. So, like for the mid lane, I was anticipating. I think a Yve pick would be a really good combo along with Alice's stuns. Don't you think so?
Yep, I do agree. And Eve is also one of those mages who can still try and sustain against a backline diver like Lancelot. So, of course, it would be a good choice. But then again, they decide to save their mid lane pick on towards the second phase and instead lock in on the Hylos. So, the Alice, along with the Hylos Glorious Pathway, I feel that's a good choice. But yep, like we were mentioning, of course, Asuna locks in onto the Lunox. That those are 3 tanky picks, and they will definitely need that shred, which is very important if they want to win out in the team fight because Radium alone won't be able to deal as much damage. And of course, it has started since 2020, and we can still see the Selena ban coming in for Void right away into the draft. Team Soul is not going to let him play his main hero tonight.
Definitely. And we can see that they have also put Selena and Nathan in the ban list. Nathan can be absolutely annoying right now. He is in the SS tier according to the current meta, and he can melt almost every single hero, like especially paired with the Aegis. He is definitely a really slippery hero to catch during team fights because of his ult. It gives him a rather big advantage when it comes to tanks trying to zone him out. So I feel that SAUL picking Lunox is definitely a good pick right there. They can definitely melt down all of the tanky heroes in the opponent team. Alice, Ruby, and Hylos. Paired along with Kalia, they can pull off a really good combo right here. So we're definitely looking forward to really good outplays in this one.
Exactly so, and honestly speaking, I think this time around, HAVOC won't be experimenting with their roles as much and just going to be locking in, sending him to the jungle, and Vin will return to his usual role of roaming. So we'll have to see what picks they go in for. Do they still pick up on the Alucard who did get adjusted yesterday, or do they lock in for something different? Void here though, his Kagura has also been taken out. Like, are we back to 2020 somehow? This is a fun thing to watch. But of course, judging from that, Void's options and on towards the mid lane are a bit limited now. There's the Kimmy, of course, but you don't want to pick up on a Kimmy against a Lunox or a Lancelot. So most probably he could be going in for something like a Yve or a Farsa, possibly, if he's in the mood for it. Then again, so here on towards their goal lane, they could try to get the Lapu Lapu, or Radium could just go in for the Claude or Beatrix, his classics. And of course, the EXP lane picks are going to matter a lot on towards the late game. Maybe the Uranus could come into play, or even the Lapu Lapu.
Definitely, and if they are going for that Lapu Lapu pick, they went for the Tamuch. But if there was a Lapu Lapu pick in this scene, it would have been really interesting to see because we can see, like how we have seen in the previous matches before in this tournament, Lapu can be a real game changer, especially according to this meta, because he can zone out the backlines really well, especially like if there are vulnerable mages in the opponent team, like Yve and Farsa, who are like less mobile comparatively when casting their ult. So that can Lapu can be a huge advantage to like taking those annoying heroes out with huge AoEs, but are vulnerable during their skill casting.
Exactly. So especially the major DPS, which is the mid lane and the gold lane, they are the ones who are most vulnerable to a Lapu. But then again, Anti here once more decides to go in for that absolute sustain kind of composition. Picks up on the Tamus on for the EXP lane. A good pick, I would say, judging from the recent patch changes. And like we mentioned, yep, Radium is going to be on the Claude. So the early game for the side of Soul is going to be pretty, little bit mediocre, considering the fact that Lunox and Claude both need at least an item and a half to be relevant during the team fights, while Team HAVOC do have the Alice and the Ruby for the setups, while of course the Sicilian does need to scale up as well. However, he does have a lot of frontline due to the two fighter side lanes, so they will be having a better time, at least for the first 5 to 8 minutes during the team fights.
Feel that in this lineup, so HAVOC can really shine in the late game, especially how considering the fact that they have Sicilian, Ruby, and Hylos. Those three are absolute monsters, and along with Alice, this is gonna be a nightmare for the opponent team if they like try to extend this game, if they stretch it into the late game, because that is the time when Sicilian can really shine with the help of his teammates, especially because their front line is really tanky. So we can definitely see that unfold here if the game stretches to late game.
Exactly, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn, game number 1 in a best of 3 series where Team ABM fights for their redemption to get back into the upper brackets, while Team HAVOC is looking for their redemption as well with this rematch between these two teams. Two friends, and yet still they are opponents tonight, and both will be looking to give it their very best. As we see two amazing drafts, a very meta, a very sustainable team fight oriented draft coming in from HAVOC, while more of a scaling and pick-off based draft coming in from the side of a Team Soul. So definitely here, this is going to be one of those fun games. And both the teams would definitely just be going in for their standard rotations.
And we can see that there's already tension breaking out between Alice and Thomas. This is going to be a really interesting fight because Thomas has also gotten a buff recently and it has made him more annoying than ever. But also, we definitely cannot shrug off how Alice is still strong and she still occupies the S tier in the current meta. So this match is definitely going to hold some of the most interesting team fights that we are going to witness in this tournament.
Exactly so. And judging from the current positionings, we can see Alice in a bit of a danger, and Suyo, having sensed that, stays back. But then again, there's an engage, and Lancelot goes in for the Thorned Rose right into the team fight. Final execution getting used up, but the first blood will go to Apex onto Alice, but Jay gets taken down as well. Good retaliation coming in from the side of Team Havoc as they find two just before the first turtle of the game.
Team Havoc is already in the lead, occupying with 2 kills, and Teams SATUL has 1 kill. They have already started their initiation on the turtle. They have already gone in. I think this can be a really easy turtle for Team Havoc if they are able to zone out Tom as well. And as I said, the turtle definitely goes to Team Havoc. That was a really clean, easy initiation made by their team right there because they managed to zone out the annoying heroes right on time.
Exactly. So, and with that off-cam kill, like we mentioned, the amount of crowd control coming in on towards the early game from the side of Team Havoc is just a little too much for Asuna to handle because he still did not have his level 4 at that moment. The brilliance could not be used up. But alongside that, we can see that the goal lead is still 700 in favor of Team Havoc at the moment, but it is still the early game, and there's the Tsunami Slam coming in onto him. But the Dark Ultimate comes in from Asuna, is going in for the engage along with the Brilliance getting popped up just to escape, and he joins the team fight. Vin will find the kill onto Apex, but he's gonna get caught out pretty low. The Thorned Rose as well as the Sanguine Claws coming into play simultaneously, but Jay will find the better of it. The better outcome of that team fight goes to the hands of Zone.
Team Havoc definitely struggled back there, but they managed to make the better out of this team fight. That a really good initiation made by Kalia, but unfortunately it did not go well down. They managed to lose their jungler, and all of them have accumulated at least 1 death by now. So looking at how they have managed to lose that team fight, Team Havoc are now in the lead by 5 kills, and this is not looking good for Team SAUL right now. They gotta step up and they gotta make use of their early game potential before this game stretches to late game and they might start losing their advantage.
Exactly, like well said right there, Alexia. And honestly, the fact that the Claude is actually farming up pretty easily, the gold difference, if we have a look at it, it should be pretty equal between a Shane as well as a Radium. Maybe just Shane leading by 200 to 300 gold because he did find 2 kills. But look at Life, he jumps in the middle of 3 people. The Curse of Blood getting used up onto them. However, that's one important resource getting wasted off just before the turtle, so we'll have to see how that one goes. But okay, we can see the engage. Okay, the arm offender comes in from Ruby. 2 people caught in the middle of it. Final execution used as an escape mechanism, but Life goes in with a vengeance. Will find 3 into his skills. Apex trying to get the Tsunami Slam onto Void, but there's no backup for him. Unfortunately, he gets taken down, and Arm will find a double kill onto Anti as well as Apex in the midst of all that chaos.
Vin and Shane are absolute monsters in these team fights right now. They are doing such a marvelous job at zoning out the enemy team. They are doing such a wonderful job at protecting the backline as well. I don't know how they are pulling these fights off, but it is working so well out in their favor. Team SAUL is definitely struggling right now in these fights. Even though Asuna definitely has a lot of filthy amount of damage right now, they're still struggling in team fights because of the amount of stuns that Ruby and Hylas can pull out together. This is definitely not looking good for Team SAUL right now.
Exactly, they still need a lot more damage. They need Asuna and Radium to scale up a bit more if they want to take down all those frontliners from the side of Havoc. Because right now, all they can do is try and go in for an engage, but there's not enough backup for Apex.
And we can also see that if Alice and Ruby and Sicilian extend together till the late game, this is gonna be more dangerous for Team SAUL right now. And we can see that another fight is breaking out. Kalia going in with the Tsunami Slam, but in vain because she was not able to dish out any damage from that. And Team Havoc managed to escape with their backline from that annoying fight that could have broken out right there, which would have put them at a disadvantage. Cecilia going in with the second skill has managed to stun Anti, and Okay, this fight is definitely not looking good for Team SNUL right now because Sicilian has able to gain much better damage than Lunox at the current moment, which in turn should have been the other way around because Sicilian takes rather a bit more time than Lunox to like scale his damage and farm his stacks.
Yep, exactly. But the fact that Team Havoc themselves are still leading with the 2K advantage, and look at Suyo just going in with the Soul Surge, Soul Sword, and there we go. Radium has been caught out pretty low and has to back off, using up the sprint and onto the mid lane. Shane and Void will find a kill onto Asuna once more. Apex forced to flicker out of that situation. The glorious pathway getting used up. The Taunt Rose to defend that tier 1 life still wants to go in because there's no possible damage dealer from the side of ABM to counter him as of right now.
And this fight is definitely not once again not looking good for Team SUL. Sicilian has started gaining so much amount of damage, and they can definitely take down the turtle again. That is another clean turtle for them. They definitely did not need to struggle much. They were not
Oh,
trying to be contested. Okay, Claude goes in
Radius.
with a blazing duet, but gets taken down by Void. Radium, oh my goodness, that was a really vulnerable position to be in right there.
That's
Also, I
Suyo.
am him gets taken down in this fight by Asuna. She has also managed to farm her damage. Now she can scale her damage up really well if she is protected and lands her combos really well.
Exactly. So an example of it just now because like Kandaji was taken down on that Suyo, just one engage, the Tsunami Slam was enough. But then again, life onto the backline, he's practically sustaining the damage output of a Lunox, a Thamos, and the Lancelot all by himself, while the rest of Team ABM is just getting scattered because of one person zoning them so very much. And he is just not letting them rest. Like the more Team ABM tries to defend that mid lane tier 1, there's the I'm upset coming in onto Anti. It does use up the vengeance, but is it going to be enough for him to sustain? Jay using up the Thorn Rose to try and immune himself and will be able to back off, but Void here in a bit of a danger. Radium finally getting the damage potential out. Suyo quite low here, and he's going to chase him down, but he's in a bit of a... Okay, the risks are coming in. ABM is finally looking better. They are still there to deal the damage. Suyo manages to escape with 1 HP as Vin tries to defend himself, but the Thorn Rose won't be enough to deal the damage. Apex goes in for the Tsunami Slam, will find it right on point, and finally a kill secured by the side of Team Soul.
This is a really interesting fight that broke out there, right there. Team SAUL are definitely trying their best to target down I'm him and Void here, but I can see that Radium, what he tried to pull off right now by targeting Void, that can be a really good strategy to like kill their backline if he keeps on targeting their mage. And but the major thing is Suyo has his annoying immune skills. Obviously, he can get out of the fight, but Apex won't let him rest, won't give him a moment of peace because he is definitely gonna go in with that tsunami slam to kidnap him out of the turret and secure the fight. Now we can see that they have already started their initiation on the Lord. Apex is currently trying to zone out their heroes. Vin trying to gather a way for his team to dive into the Lord, but unfortunately it has been slain by Team SAUL.
Yep, and honestly, that was a pretty easy load because this time around, Team Havoc has realized that they can't fully commit to team fights anymore because Radium is going to come in from the backline and mark down Void, and if he gets marked down, the main source of damage from the side of Havoc gets sidelined. And of course, Asuna is there to follow up Apex the moment the Tsunami Slam hits, and of course, we can see the comeback in process if Team ABM does manage to get that damage output. Okay, but the I'm upset right inside the turret. Ante is not going to be able to survive that. A bit of an over engage coming in from his side, and now the Lord might just be easily defended by the side of Havoc. Okay, and we can see another Tsunami Slam coming in, and the Glorious Pathway as well to zone Apex here will be caught out alone in the middle of two people and he gets taken down. Shane finds the double onto Radium as well as Apex. Not the best of situations for the side of Team Soul. They need to stop making these little mistakes. They could have just backed off the moment that they started losing it out. However, Jay in the middle of three people using up the punctures pretty accurately. Asuna trying to go in for the damage with the Dark Ultimate. However, Vin has the Revitalize to save his life, and even Ante didn't manage to engage. And there we go. There's a little bit of a pause, Alexia.
Okay, we are definitely gonna have to wait for that. But what Asuna did right there, that was a really great follow for that initiation because she had a filthy amount of damage right there, and she can definitely give Sicilian a run for his money right now. So if Asuna manages to pull off the combos really well with that initiation from Apex, I think this can be a really good opportunity for them to make a comeback in this after the reign that Team Havoc had in the early and mid game. They can definitely make their comeback now. Even though Team Havoc have their potential to still dominate the late game, they still have to watch out for Sicilian being targeted by the Claude because it can be really sticky. It can be a really tricky situation for Sicilian to escape Claude during team fights because he has no dashes.
Exactly so, and honestly, the current goal difference is very minimal. It's just 1k in favor of a Team Havoc at the moment, and all they have as their late game assurance is the Sicilian. So they really need to decide on who they want to pick off early on in the team fights, possibly Radium, possibly Asuna, because Radium does not have the Purify, and there's way too much crowd control for him to handle onto the hands of Havoc, and they could just CC him the moment he dives in with the Blazing Duet and take him down. However, Asuna does have the Brilliance, so they will have to be on a lookout for the damage output coming in from him once he picks up on the Wishing Lantern. While Team Soul here, they have the Kalia onto their hands, they have the Thamos for the front lining, and they have Asuna for the follow-up to the Tsunami Slam. So that's a give or take situation as to how much they can back up Apex the moment he goes in for an engage. Because otherwise, if they do not pick up, yeah, they will be at a losing end during the team fights.
Well, this is definitely open-ended right now. We cannot really say yet because Team Soul SAUL have definitely started to shine right now. They have really started to make paving their way to make a great opportunity for themselves to like make a comeback. But also we cannot completely disregard the fact that Team Havoc, they have a really solid lineup for the late game. All they need to do is just protect Sicilian to let him shine, let him channel his entire potential. He can stack up to almost 500 by the time it reaches 18 minutes. So by then he will be able to one-shot backliners like Claude, Lancelot, and even Lunox, even though she got the damage. And right now we can see that this nasty team fight is breaking out. Apex is already low HP. He gets taken down, and so does Void get targeted by Radium with that Blazing Duet. And Suyo also gets targeted. Vin gets melted down by Asuna. This is not looking good for Team Havoc right now. Three men down, and all there's left is Ruby and Alice to defend.
This is exactly what I was mentioning, the late game potential of the Claude as well as the Lunox. They just melted down the Hylos, the Suyo, as well as the Life just way too easily. Life did an amazing job of zoning away three people, but of course Radium had the battle mirror image onto him. He went in for it, went in onto Void and just took him down with just one ultimate, and Void had no means of escaping because of course he's a Sicilian. Even if he flickers, the Claude is far more mobile and just went in for the kill, and that is where the team fight entirely changed. One damage dealer out and the team fight is gonna fall apart. And here now we can see the tier 1 onto the mid lane, very vulnerable. Jedo getting stunned, has to use the Phantom Execution quite safely. Brilliance being used up by Asuna right away. Vindo getting melted very easily. Asuna with the killing spree. Radium gets caught in that Sanguine claws right under the turret, and he will get taken down as well. Tsunami Slam onto Suyo. Jay will find the mega kill while Life tries to go in for a little bit of an engage, but the Lord is going to be marching in. Only 3 members alive from the side of Team Havoc. They should be able to defend this since Radium and Asuna both aren't available at the moment. However, those are a hell lot of turrets getting taken down right away.
Void, there we can definitely see that he took his revenge upon Radium for taking him out earlier, and oh, it's not looking good again for Life right now. He has to retreat. That's low HP, but Lancelot's still not backing out, trying to go in. But Shane has other plans for him with all those CCs from preventing him from diving into the turret. Now we need to see Team Havoc protecting Void pretty much more, because he is definitely gonna get targeted more by Asuna, Radium, and Jay. He is at a vulnerable position right now, even though he has Flicker. Once that gets exhausted, he is no longer mobile, and he needs to be protected really well by Alice and Hylos and Ruby right now, especially Ruby, because she's the only one who can deal simultaneously consecutive CCs to heroes like Lancelot and Lunox from diving into the battle. And oh, we can see that another team fight is breaking out here. Shane is low HP, gotta retreat, cannot provide protection anymore. We can see that Life is going in for that follow-up, and Lunox is taken down, and this is not looking good. Sicilian trying his best to keep Vin out of danger, but it's Life who's already low HP, gotta retreat. Lunox trying to dive in, and Lancelot tried to dive in Sicilian and successfully managed to take him down. That was a really great initiation made by Jay right there, even though he was like in danger because of Shane trying to cast her annoying skills. He definitely managed to slide in and out of the turrets without getting any harm.
Absolutely, and one inhibitor down already for Team Havoc, and now there's gonna be the 16-minute Lord coming in next if Soul manages to secure that. There isn't any possible contest coming in from the side of Havoc, though they do not have their jungler anywhere near the Lord. The Lord already down has been taken by the side of Soul this time around, second Lord of the game, while Team Havoc needs to find a way to keep Void alive, and if he gets taken down over and over, the game is pretty much over for them. Suyo has to mark down Asuna with the Soul Sword Surge, and there we go. And if they don't do that, Life, even if he is zoning 3 people away, Team Soul will just find ways to bypass all those stuns and just mark down Void into the team fights.
Especially with Ruby present here, she is the only one, like I said, who can protect Sicilian right now with those constant CCs, but it's not looking good for Team Havoc right now. We can see that another team fight is going to break out. The Lord is marching in already, and Tsunami Slam going in with Apex, and Jay manages to take down I Am Him. This is not a good look for Team Havoc right now. Oh my goodness. The Lord is already almost wiped out, and the turrets are equal to non-existent. It's just Void left to defend, and Shane takes down Anti with that amount of damage, but Alice also gets melted by Radium. Radium has already gotten enough damage to melt down a tanky hero as Alice. Jay trying his best to target Void, but he goes back to base, and he gotta step out of there because he is already low HP. They do not need to take this fight. They don't need to stretch this fight right now, because this can go wrong for Team SIUL still, even though the base is already low HP.
Oh, he
Apex
tries to
coming
go in with the Tsunami Slam, but he's going to have his immortality popped out. But Jay will find a shutdown onto Shane finally, while Amim is going to take down Radium. 3 members alive for the side of Team Soul, and Void, the only survivor of the side of Team Havoc. What can a Sicilian do, ladies and gentlemen? That is Team Soul for you. An amazing comeback being pulled off by them into the first game itself. A 1-0 for now, while Team Havoc, despite the brilliant team fight and competition, they did fall off on towards the late game and did lose out on this one.
I think in this lineup, Team Havoc, they definitely relied way too much on Sicilian for the damage, because otherwise, it was just Hylos, Alice, and Ruby making up for the sustain, and Suyo couldn't do much in the late game, even though he could shine until the mid game. For Team SIUL, Lancelot was there to shine, just make his way into the back line, even though he had to like cross all of the CCs out. He definitely knew, he definitely understood his assignment when to sneak in behind the front line and just take out and target Void and Suyo as well. Even Asuna, she did a pretty good work back there. All of that damage scaled up right on time, and Radium definitely also did a really great job at targeting Void right on time, especially during team fights.
Exactly so. And honestly speaking, Team Havoc, they did manage to keep up for so long. Their builds are perfectly fine as well. However, it's just that after the early game burst with Suyo has, he kind of fell off, and Apex did an amazing job of marking him down in every single team fight, while Radium marked down Void. So that both the damage dealers, they got bursted down or picked off or one of those things every single time. And that is where Team Havoc started to lose out onto the team fights on from the mid game onwards. So of course, ladies and gentlemen, that is the first game. So we'll be leading with a 1-0 lead, and we will be back with game number 2 very soon.
That one little girl is gonna save someone this time. For him, I will be the beacon through these turbulent seas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 2. First game, Team Havoc absolutely dominated the early game in the team fights. However, Team Soul managed to pull off what we call an epic comeback. This will be me, Sarah, again, alongside the very pretty, the very talented Alexia onto the caster desk. And this time, once more, we are able to see similar bans to the first game, the Harith and the Angela getting taken off board.
Thank you so much for the intro, Sarah. And the previous game was definitely not what I had expected at all. I was anticipating Soul to dominate the early game and Team Havoc to shine in the late game, but it was just otherwise and it completely flipped. So we are anticipating to see another plentifully interesting game packed with interesting team fights, nail-biting tension here in this match yet again.
Yep, you are right about that. And honestly, as we can see, Team Soul seems to be deciding amongst themselves, taking a little bit of that time onto which hero to ban out because they potentially, since they have the first pick, they could play out a lot of heroes for themselves. But of course, the Baxia gets taken off the board. And once more, we will be possibly able to see Team Havoc banning out the Lancelot this time, possibly just to target ban Jay, since he did manage to get that MVP into the first game and was a major threat for Void right there onto the back line. So of course, we'll have to see what they decide to ban out.
I think Lancelot would be a pretty good target ban in this lineup because he can definitely dive into the backline, and especially for mages who are mostly vulnerable and like lesser mobile comparatively, Lancelot should be definitely put in the ban list for this. But let's see what they have to pick. They should definitely target Jay here, and funnily we can see that Ruby has also been put in the ban list, especially after how she was able to change the dynamic of the fights in the previous match with her CC skills. She was able to protect Sicilian well in most of the fights, but unfortunately they let go of that game. So Ruby, definitely don't want to see that again, so put her in the ban list.
Yes, and honestly, Team Soul did realize that the major threat into the previous game was the Ruby. She did manage to secure 0 deaths, literally, up until the 14th, 15th, say even 17th minute of the game, and when Lancelot finally took a shutdown onto her, and the game did end. So, of course, they do put it down into the ban list, while Team Havoc sticks to their standard Hilda, CC, and Angela bans. This would open up a lot of options for the side of STUL or Soul, like we call it. The Lancelot gets picked up right away. Team Havoc, though, does still have the Kimi into their hands. They have the Jukshin, they have the Focus onto the EXP, they have the Gatot for Rome, they have the Lapu Lapu or the Esmeralda for the Gold or EXP Flex. So currently, they just have to decide as to which picks they want to go in for. And of course, the Alice does get secured right away, since she also did manage to hold out for quite a long time and zone out the DPS from the side of SHUL for a long time.
Life did a pretty good, interesting moves. Did a pretty good amount of pretty interesting moves right there in the previous game with Alice. So repeating this pick here is pretty understandable. She can definitely pull off really great combos during team fights and can be really annoying even for the frontliners, let alone the backliners. And compared to Void's pick of Lunox, we can see that Lunox has been snatched away from Asuna. So pairing that with Alice would be a really great combo. I feel this would gain a huge amount of advantage for them during team fights. And Lunox can obviously, with her brilliant stage, she can immune out of team fights after dealing plentiful amount of damage. So this can be a really huge advantage I'm expecting.
Honestly speaking, this looks like a deja vu of the first game that these two had in the previous round. Up into the upper brackets, where Apex locked in onto the Gatot on towards the second match of that best of 3 and absolutely demolished the side of Team Havoc. And this time around as well, they had the Kadita to backing up, the AOG plus the Rough Waves, a brilliant combination always. But then again, it is still a Lunox, and she will have the brilliance for a possible escape, maybe just once during the team fights. And also the Dark Ultimate would be enough to chunk down Gatot's HP. Life onto the backline can definitely dive in. They could possibly pick up on a Lapu Lapu onto their goal lane, but then that would mean Anti could go in for the Esmeralda. So we'll have to see what team Havoc decides to go in for here. Do they still try to go in for an Alucard, maybe just enabling Pandiji for once into the whole tournament, despite the adjustments? But no, they decide to lock in onto a Kalia. Good combination right there. It's like they learned how well the Kalia and the Lunox combo works into the first game and just picked it up for themselves onto the second.
Definitely, and with Kalia, they can dive into the backline and kidnap Asuna or annoying heroes like Jace Lancelot, and just delete him off team fights so that they can give more space for their backline to shine, for Lunox, for example. So if they are not going for the conventional pick of deleting marksman off their lineups, I think this can be a pretty sustainable lineup, more focused on sustaining during team fights with more tankier heroes. For example, Arlet would be an interesting pick, but unfortunately, that is banned for the tournament. So a pick would be interesting, I feel. What do you think?
It could be, but then again, we'll have to see if that hero has been banned out by any of the teams. Possibly, I mean, it is possible at the global ban system which we have here, 8 heroes, 7 heroes being taken out right away. So we'll have to see. The Nathan and the Irithel get taken out. The Harith has also been taken out, so Shane has the option of going in for a Claude himself. Or onto the goal lane, there aren't a lot of options being open, and now the Granger gets taken down too. Radium, he isn't that well versed with fighter goal laners. However, if he does want to go in for the Lapu Lapu, he definitely. Oh, sorry. I keep repeating the Lapu. But then again, he does still have his marksman onto the board. The Beatrix is still open. We'll really have to see what these two teams decide to push on for their goal lanes.
I feel that if they decide to lock down on a conventional marksman hero for the goal lane, that would still be interesting, but still vulnerable for the lineup because the marksmen, still at the end of the day, they have to be protected and well fed and babied in the early game for them to shine in the late game. Still have to keep themselves away from getting themselves into really sticky, vulnerable positions during team fights and avoid being targeted by heroes like Jay. And oh, Shane has locked down on that Claude. A really good choice right there because he can target the backline, but he also needs to be careful and watch out for Kadita's combos before he gets knocked up and deleted off of the game.
Exactly. So, and there's literally two knock-up heroes with the AOG as well as Asuna's second skill onto the Kadita for Shane, and he would preferably have to go in for a Purify. However, Shane did manage to secure a global ranking on that hero a lot of times, so he might just be more comfortable onto the Flicker and onto the Hands of Soul. We can see Radium picking up on the Bane. Still a pretty decent choice, can instantly burst down the Claude or the Lunox if he reaches them. However, they would have a little bit of range issue, I feel, since they do not have that much of a ranged damage dealer.
Definitely. And if they do not manage to win team fights, I feel that Team Havoc can still have an upper hand. I'm so sorry, I meant Team Soul can still have an upper hand in terms of backdooring. They can distract the opponent team with team fights while Bane tries to backdoor forcefully. If not, if the fight doesn't go to their favor, if this match doesn't work out in their favor, Bane as a really versatile hero when it comes to this. So putting him in the goal lane, this could be a great advantage, especially given the amount of damage he can deal right now. But yes, we also can't ignore that this will be there will be an existing gap in terms of range when come to face in team fights.
Yes, and we can see a Balmond Hyper debut from the side of Team Havoc. A good pick in a way since the Balmond was changed up a bit, adjusted yesterday's patch. So we'll have to see how it works out against a Lancelot though, because the retributions would be a 50-50. Balmond could definitely go in for his ultimate and the retribution at the same time, while Jay would have to use up the Thorn Rose. So, a quick little pause before we jump right in into the land of Dawn. Both teams having a decent draft, except just being skeptical about the Balmain guys. No hate, however, we'll have to see how that one works out for the side of Team Havoc.
This is gonna be a really interesting game, given how fans popularly call Ballman Mobile Legends' favorite child, because he is always we are always getting some surprise packages out of this hero. Sometimes he gets nerfed, sometimes he gets buffed, but in this meta we can see that he is gonna be annoying for the rest of the season right now, for the rest of the patch until we get a new rework on him. So picking him for this lineup, very much understandable. He can be really annoying for even for the very tanky heroes. So I'm him. We're counting on you to make a really good outplays right there and target Bane and even Gatot and even Lancelot right here.
Yes, and as we can see, both the teams have started out on very, very usual rotations. Team Havoc possibly wants to gank the EXP first, while Team STUL would be looking to move on to their goal lane. So we'll have to see which team gets the faster of the two rotations. Balmain might just be a tad bit faster in terms of securing those creeps, since his skill 2 deals a little more damage to the creeps as compared to Lancelot's puncture. But onto the mid side though, we can see a contest for the Lethal Wanderer right into the first minute of the game. Taunt comes in on to win and he will get bursted down right away. I'm him trying to go in for something, but he is also going to be caught out pretty low and has to go back away. If he had used up his retribution there, the red buff would 100% be invaded by the side of SATUL.
Apex definitely isn't playing around. He made a really great initiation right there, taking down Vin right in the early game, and we can see that they also managed to secure the Lito as well. So yeah, great initiation right there. The early game is already looking interesting with Apex trying to gain momentum. He is making really good initiations so far, and even in the first game, we saw that it was because of his initiations with Kalia that Team Soul managed to gain that momentum right back, and they managed to make that really good comeback in the later game.
And as we can see at the moment, the first turtle is going to be up in just 10 seconds from now, and Balmain still isn't level 4. So Jay will definitely have the easier time, and the taunt comes in. Asuna tries to look for a possible engage, but Vin this time around forces out the flicker, and but Anti with the bravest fighter right into the back line will be marking down Void. But since that's over, now the turtle should be pretty open for the side of SATUL to pick up, but Jay would like to secure his buffs first to gain a little bit advantage to the Balmain and let Apex get his level 4 before they contest the turtle onto the goal lane. Though we can see Radiant struggling just a little bit against Shane and missing out on the deadly catch. While onto the top side, we can see Vin try to go in for an engage, and another Bravest fighter comes into play, using up the damages. The taunt comes in onto 2, and the AOG doesn't land onto anyone. Life manages to immune it. However, Asuna, being the master of the fish lady as he is, definitely secures the double kill before the turtle.
Life and I him got deleted right up there, and that was a really insane, a very pretty neat double kill secured there, and the turtle has been slain by Jay. Really good, great initiation made there. They are definitely in the lead right now, so, scoring 3 kills in the early game, and it's already 3 minutes in. That was a really clean turtle taken by them. Apex is definitely making great initiations right there, and we can see that this is what you would expect from an ideal roamer in your team. You need to pave the space for your backline to shine and for your jungler to take the objectives right on time, and so that the enemies annoying heroes are there, the heroes that have the most CCs, they do not get to your backline. So Apex and Anti, they definitely made a great move right there. Anti managed to zone out Lunox on time, and that was a great team fight taken there.
And as we can see at the moment, Team SHUL is looking for some kind of a little bit of a skirmish onto the bottom lane. However, Shane and Vin decide that they can predict that flank and they decide to back off at the right time. And here, Anti trying to not let Void farm up onto the mid lane minions. However, it's just a little bit of a friendly poke coming in by both of them since they know what each other can do and they are just gonna try and stop that. But as for both the teams, we can see the engage onto the bottom lane. The rough waves already get used up and the passive gets used up as well. Okay, but live with an amazing 4-man ultimate comes in onto the back line, but Anti has the better of the damage at the moment. AOG will pop in onto two people right under the turret, gets the taunt, but the Tsunami Slam will catch down Anti under that turret, but Anti will make it out alive. However, and now Life is the one is in danger, and Anti will be able to secure a double for himself. Beautiful engage coming in by both the teams, but SHUL got the upper hand in both of those engages.
I feel like Vin and Life are definitely overestimating themselves with their sustain in the late game since it has been only 5 minutes into the game and they cannot really count on their sustain yet till now because Team SAUL, they definitely have more damage in the early game. They gotta watch out for Gatot's initiation as well. So definitely that was not a great move right there. They are Team SAUL, they are still in the lead by 5 kills. This is not gonna be a good look for them if they keep on snowballing like this. This game is gonna slip from the hands of Team HAVOC.
And for now, the turtle is going to be up once more, and I do not see a way in which Balman can possibly contest it. But on the mid lane, we can see the Tsunami Slam, but there's simply no backup for Vin right there, unfortunately, and Anti will just walk out of that turret alive. But now Vin is the one in danger. He gets stunned and he gets bursted along with Void. Asuna just going in for the Petrify and the Rough Waves immediately as in terms of follow-up to Anti. So that's a little bit of an execution issue coming in by both these teams. Life here trying to sustain a lot, but the damage potential from the side of Team SAUL is just insane right now. Jay will miss out on the puncture as well as the AOG coming in from Apex. However, both the teams just decide to disengage.
Well, we can see that this is a problem of synergy coming in right there. We can see that so far, Vin has been making, although great initiations, really great initiations, there is the certain lack of follow-up that needs to come from the backline as well. So for that, we can see that Apex, with his pretty good initiations, they have managed to slay the turtle and another team fight breaking out right here. I'm him very low, gotta escape from that, but Jay gets taken down by Vin. Pretty great. Pretty fast reflexes right there. So Void needs to escape from that scene, flees from that scene, pretty low HP. Vin diving away, but into the turret. Asuna managed to dive in under the turret and trying to take him down right there, but possibly failed because could not pull off that combo right there, slid away way too fast. Team HAVOC really has a great reflex. They have a pretty quick reflex responding to the CCs landed by Asuna, but they need to get on their toes. They need to be more alert in terms of like pulling off and landing their skilled execution during team fights because currently this is being dominated by Team SAUL right now.
And yep, there's the Tsunami Slam once more. However, Vin is the one in danger here. And Asuna trying to find Void, but will manage to sidestep that knock-up coming in from Kadita. But however, we can see that onto the top lane, Lancelot fighting a Balmond all alone, and kind of it's a 50-50 when it's a 1v1. However, in a team fight situation, the Lancelot is definitely going to be winning it out. He has more farm at the moment. He also has much more damage. However, the main concern here is going to be the Bane. If we take a look at the items, he has picked up onto the Holy Crystal, and if he manages to gank onto Void or maybe Shane with the deadly catch and the second skills Perad, and he's just going to get them bursted in one shot. So of course, Team SAUL here definitely has the upper hand onto the team fights as well as the flanks. However, the only possible solution for them to win is if Vin gets a tsunami slam under the turret and Void actually backs him up. So we'll have to wait out and watch if that miracle comes true for the side of Team HAVOC, or if Team SAT just clean sweeps this. And while we see these two skirmish in a 1v1 onto the mid lane, the camera, we will be seeing two off-cam kills coming in right away, and again an off-cam kill from Jay onto an Alice, a solo kill.
With 3 men down right now, with Shane and only Void left to defend the lane for themselves, this is not looking good for them right now. But Team SAUL continues the domination with none of their turrets untouched. They are onto breaking down the mid lane inhibitor turret right now, and Jay is making a party out of this match right now. He is just dominating the whole game. He has plenty of space to land his damages, and Kalia going in with that tsunami slam manages to kidnap Apex out of that fight, but unfortunately Apex has managed to escape from there with his ult, and this is not the fight that Vin would have expected. They gotta retreat now. All of them are really low HP, but they still will not stop. Team SAUL will not stop from trying to pressure onto their lanes, and Shane has been taken down by Jay. I'm him very low right now. They gotta retreat. I think this will be the end for this will be the end for this match already.
Absolutely, and look at Void securing that one kill for his team onto Lancelot, but then the Petrify comes in and now a double for him finally, but he's gonna get poof. That's what Radium told him, that poof, just go away. And honestly, Team SAT here has too much of a farm advantage at the moment, and I think that is why they are just bursting down even Alice, Kalia, and whatever frontline Team HAVOC has. And another tsunami slam, but again, a no backup kind of situation. The AOG does land onto the Balman, and he's gonna get poofed as well by Radium right away, and Anti with the unstoppable onto Finn into the backline. Live trying to go in for an engage, but it won't be of any use. Void does have a little bit of damage for now, but he is not gonna be able to defend it completely. But Life will get a shutdown onto Anti. Just the over engage coming in, and even Shane trying to chase them down. However,
Team SAUL definitely relentless, but they are also getting cockier by the moment, overextending themselves, and hence they lost Anti right there in the fight. But Apex is not backing out from this fight because they need to take Life down with the 4 of them. Life gets a 4-man ult, but this is game over for Life right now currently, and now teams SAUL, they can definitely start on the Lord, but they managed, they plan to embarrass Team HAVOC further with this fight going on. They are absolutely relentless. They are currently dominating the entire game, but they should definitely not downplay or underestimate their opponents. This can go wrong any moment with one team fight, so gotta watch out for that right there.
And as into that, the tsunami slam comes in once more from Vin. But then again, there's just no backup. Anti cannot be melted down by the side of Team HAVOC without proper backup from their mid laner. And Amhim does manage to escape for this one. Team SHUL is very low at the moment. The AOG comes in onto the back line, but Void will use up the brilliance to save himself. And Team HAVOC will back off because the minions are gonna be charging down in their base. Radium still very healthy, along with Jay, and they are gonna look for a little bit more, but Jay has to manage to escape out of that with the puncture because the Lord is up, and even one mistake here is gonna enable HAVOC to contest the Lord.
Team HAVOC can definitely make a great comeback if they manage to get their synergy put well together. But even though Vin is making great initiations, they cannot really follow up, and that is a very easy Lord for Team SAUL, slain by Lancelot. Now, all they need to do is just follow up with this Lord if they want to end this game and just pick off the backline damage dealers like Lunox and Shane, Claude from this lineup, and then they can easily just end the game for them. But if one move goes wrong, this is gonna be the other way around. It's gonna flip again. The whole momentum is gonna shift towards Team HAVOC.
Yes, and if they manage to defend this lord, then the team fights would be pretty equal. However, if they can or not is the question, because Life here wants to go in for an engage, and the Tsunami Slam comes in onto Apex into the backline. Will be using up the AOG to escape. Life trying to look for something, but Asuna into the backline dives in with the rough waves along with Anti on the bravest fighter, securing a triple kill for himself, while Boy would be able to take down Jay, but the base is wide open for the Lord to free hit and take it down. Team SATUL, aka Soul, will secure an easy 2-0. Team HAVOC, despite that amazing competition and the fight and the grunt they provided to us, will finally be eliminated.
Team Havoc definitely underestimated the Lapu Lapu pick right there. They shouldn't have let that go and should have locked in on the Lapu pick earlier on, because that went to Andy and this was not a good look as we can see right now. That was a really nasty amount of damage dealt by Lapu, and he managed to like zone out backlines like Lunox right on time. Even in the early game, he managed to like seize the opportunity right on time. Even Bane, he managed to snowball his damage. He farmed that pretty well in a pretty good amount of time, and was able to secure the MVP with 0 deaths. 0 deaths. Apex also garnered 0 deaths, and that's a really great amount of initiations he made right there, securing all of the team fights for his game, and they managed to dominate this entire match.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is game number 1 of this lower bracket best of 3, the lower bracket semis. SATUL will fight the winner of the next lower bracket best of 3, which is going to be happening very soon. So don't leave the chat. Stay, like, share, and subscribe. Get your popcorn and snacks, because the next game is going to be even more interesting. It's going to be Sacred Shrine versus One Step Closer, ladies and gentlemen. This was me, Zara, alongside Alexia for the first game. We'll take our leaves, but however, do like, share, and subscribe to the stream. Thank you.
One little girl is gonna save someone this time. For him, I will be the beacon through these turbulent seas. will be the beacon through these turbulent seas. be the beacon through these turbulent seas.
someone this time.
him. I will be the beacon through these turbulent seas. He's gonna save someone this time. him. I will be the beacon through these turbulent seas. the beacon through these turbulent seas. will be the beacon through these turbulent seas. I will be the beacon through these turbulent seas. will be the beacon through these turbulent seas.
save someone this time.
For him, I will be the beacon through these turbulent seas.
He's gonna save someone this time.
For him, I will be the beacon through these turbulent seas. 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 I will be the beacon through these turbulent seas. be the beacon through these turbulent seas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for the season 2 of MLOS. It's me, your caster Minato, and with me we have Vision over here as well. This stream will be brought to you by none other than RRG Esports in Syndicate, powered by Zenvy Visuals, co-powered by EF4 Esports Federation of Odisha, produced by RRG Production. And we do have a very special thanks to MOBA 5v5 Esports. The prize pool of this tournament will be 50,000 rupees, half a lakh to whoever wins this tournament. And before we start, we do have a one small rule over here. It says that 7 heroes will be permanently banned by the 8 teams. And those heroes are Yuzong, Grok, Yisenshin, Fredrin, Kimi, Zuxin, and Arlord. And for the first match today, we do have One Step Closer versus Sacred Shrine. This will be the second match of the day, but this is the first game they will be playing. And yeah, we will be going straight into the draft pick right now. And I'm not surprised with these draft picks, these bans, the Lancelot and this Bakshia ban coming out from the both side. What do you think about these bans, Vision?
Amazing bans coming in from both the sides. As we see, the Lancelot has been banned out, the Lapu Lapu has been banned out. There's nothing much to say about these bans. S tier jungler Lancelot, S tier EXP laner Lapu Lapu, with the S tier Baxia jungler being banned as well. Right now, Art going for the ban for his side, the side of Sacred Shrine here. And by the way, just for the chat to know this, if you're talking in the chat, if you're talking or saying anything, whatever you want, type MLOS Season 2 or MLOS S2 in the chat for a chance to win the giveaway of 100 diamonds. There'll be a few more coming in, happening. There'll be multiple winners. So if you're watching the stream and if you want to win some diamonds on the side while you're talking and supporting your sides, make sure to type MLOS S2 in the chat. And right now, we see a Hayabusa ban coming in from the side of One Step Closer, while Baputera going for his ban right now. What do you think about these bans so far, Minato?
That is true, that is true. Such good bans coming out on both sides. We do have this Lapu Lapu as well as this Hayabusa ban coming out from the Eskull as well as the Art from the other side as well. And yeah, we did see before that Babutera with that Uranus, very annoying Uranus, very strong, very tanky, going into the enemy jungles and taking down the jungler very early game, those invades coming out from the Babutera. So we should be expecting a Uranus ban coming out from the side of this the other side, and it could be very potentially. Oh, we do have a Hilda ban coming out from the side of Baputera banning out this Hilda. It is a very strong early game hero. Hilda with those invades coming out, this is so good, and these bans are very eye-opening for the for this MLO season 2, because they are saying that these bans are going to remark our names in this tournament. So what do you think, Vision? What do you think will be the next ban?
There's still the CC left. Maybe they hopefully Fate decides someone's fate there by banning out the CC, but I guess we'll have to find out who they end up banning. Hulda being banned there, so there will be no early game invasion coming in. While Fate going for an unusual ban this time, it's a Minotaur that's being banned, so I guess we will not be seeing any WoW charges here coming from this big bull here right now. By the way, a little appreciation for the chat. I've seen the chat going crazy throughout this stream. So I just want to say there's people like Miko, Deepak, Rini, Alexia, everyone talking in the chat, and they've been going on chatting in the chat and keeping this tournament alive as fans or viewers throughout this tournament. So big shout out to these guys. And meanwhile, we see Kriko picking up the Gatot Kacha right now. Gatot Kacha, a really flexible pick, mostly used in Rome in this meta, but can also go as an EXP laner. But this revitalized Gatot Kacha onto the hands of Kriko will be really crucial in the roaming lane. While Bid and Art are about to take their picks. Art hovering onto a banned pick. He's onto enemy territory, but he realizes it's a banned pick, so he's going onto the Zushin or the Eve. He did kind of bamboozle us with that. He was like, you know what? I'll just troll the casters for a bit here. I'll just hover over this Kimmy and I'll boozle them. But Bid and Art about to make their final picks. It's down to the last 3 seconds right now. Bid ends up picking the Ballman. Above Ballman in this meta. We know how much we hate the Ballman, or whenever we have a Ballman, or whenever we had a Ballman, as I should say. In the ranked games, we would be like, now this guy's trolling. But this time, since after the buff, it's not as much of a troll pick or a troll pick at all. It is a quite viable pick, and he does end up picking the Ballman. New face, a new phase, he can do a lot more than just spin it around the map. While R picking up the Eve, the real world manipulations coming in from this mage will be really crucial for any sort of win coming in from the side of Sacred Shrine, while Excel on that Farsa. Baputera, will we be able to see the signature Uranus pick from him? I guess we'll have to find out because the Uranus Minato is not banned. Oh, it's not going to be a Uranus just yet. It's going to be a Tamus pick onto the hands of Baputera right now. What do you think, Minato? Why didn't he pick the Uranus up this time?
I mean, the Thamos is very strong in the late game. We did see day before yesterday, there was a very strong Thamos competing against all of the enemy side. He was literally doing 1 versus 3 in the bot lane solo, trying to take down the bot lane turret and as well as the bot lane inhibitor turret as well. This Baputera, he will be very, very strong in the late game with all those spell revamps, and with this vengeance, he can negate the damage that is dealt onto him. And yeah, we do see X-Skull picking up this Farsa. Farsa will be very crucial against this Eve as well. Eve, when she uses that real world manipulation, she has to stand still in one place, and the Farsa can literally just bomb down on her continuously with that 4 strike. And in the last second, we do see from the side of One Step Closer a Gushin pick. A very, very rare side of Gushin being picked into the tournament. And this, I mean, it could be very crucial. It could be a very big brain play coming out from the side of One Step Closer, or it could be a misclick. But Gushin is being picked from the side of One Step Closer. And yeah, as Fission was mentioning, Balmond, the new revamped Balmond, looking very dashing over here, looking very, very handsome. This Balmond will be a very menacing in the side of EXP lane, I suppose, with that flicker and the Gushin with that retribution. And yeah, what do you think about the Gushin pick, Fission?
Gushin, it was buffed last season. So this time, the fade on the Gushin is not really, I would say it's an unusual pick, yes, regardless of the fact if he is buffed or not. But I think there's a chance. We have seen in MLOS Season 2 previously that a Gushin main or a Gushin pick was dominating, was snowballing really hard in this tournament. And maybe we get to see a round 2 of that. Maybe we get to see a recap of that happening. While a Martis ban coming in from the side of Sacred Shrine, Martis can avoid a lot of CCs. Not a really usual ban, but this is something really unusual we're seeing. But in this game, I think we've kind of picked up off the fact that we'll be seeing something unusual happening a lot. Because we did see the Balman being picked up. We do see a Gushin in the jungle. We do see a Martis being banned out. We also do see Baputera not being on a signature pick of the Uranus. And right now, there's a lot of unusual happening. But this time, something that's not going to be unusual would be the Harad ban coming in from the side from the blue side right now, and they have managed to ban out the Harad, which is a really good a really strong while Romcom now going for his ban, and we'll see who he bans because he's taking his time. Who do you think he'll be banning, Minato?
I mean, we do see a Harriet ban, a Hilda ban, as well as a Lapu Lapu, Lancelot, and all these junglers getting banned as well as the EXP laners. And right now, we do not see any marksmen getting picked up. So I do feel like it's going to be a marksman. Oh, it's going to be a Phoveus ban. Again, another very strong EXP laner. Phoveus getting banned right now. At the level 4, Phoveus can literally jump onto the back lane with that turtle fight in the early game. So he is a very crucial ban coming out from the side of the Sacred Shrine right now. And now SVS for the final ban in this tournament, I mean in this first game right now, SVS will be the final person to ban. I do feel like there could potentially be another marksman ban coming out from the side of the One Step Closer because they do not possess any marksman. I mean, we do know that this is not a marksman meta right now. This is in the gold lane. We are seeing a lot of EXP laners, the fighters going into the gold lane, but we are not sure who will be banned right now. It could potentially be CC. CC was nerfed a little bit, but I mean, who knows? Oh, it's going to be a Badang ban. Badang, a very unusual ban coming off the side of the One Step Closer. Badang with that second skill knockback, putting up that wall, separating the enemy teams, like team composition and everything, disturbing the balance between them. It could potentially be very, very crucial. So they did ban the Badang. And now we are going to the side of Van Satoru. Van Satoru trying to hover over this Kimi. And I'm not sure, will they pick Kimi or not? But they are hovering over it. Fission, who do you think will be the first pick Oh, they are actually showing the Fredrin, the Yuzong. They are actually trolling us. I do feel like they are trolling us. They are trying to show us the 7 banned heroes, and I do not think that they are going to pick that hero. Yeah, this could potentially be a Kalia pick from the side of one Satoru. What do you think, Fishin? Who do you think will be picked next from the side of one step closer?
It looks like the Kalia has been picked up by the side of Sigrid Shrine here. The Kalia, a super slammer. Kurt Angle in the Land of Dawn, the way she's been slamming people, the tsunami slams coming in from the Kalia are really, really crucial in this Land of Dawn. Wow, SVS, this jungler, he's really known for his assassins. He's known for the Hayabusa, but the Hayabusa was banned out. But this time, he'll be using them electrifying beats to dance his way through this fight here in between these two sides. Will they? Maybe he'll be helping his team to get one side a step closer to victory, or maybe they'll fall short and be fall praise to the hands of Sacred Shrine. But I guess we'll have to find out. While Leon right now on that Granger, the the death sonata coming on from this hero, this with the Sky Piercer stacks will be insane and will be something that we need to look out for because we all know what a Fed Granger can do. Once these Sky Piercer stacks start stacking up, it's game over for the enemy team because the damage you'll be dealing to these 4 or 5 heroes. If Romcom does indeed end up picking up the Benedetta, this could be really they could be in a lot of trouble because Sacred Shrine, I don't know if the Ballroom will be able to tank these shots coming in from the Granger because once, like we already know, like I already said, once the Sky Piercer stacks are stacked up, it's practically game over because he does do a lot of damage. While Romcom currently on the CC pick, he does manage to pick up the CC, and this will be a CC in the goal. Wait, they swapped. It looks like Art is on the CC while Bid takes the mage and Romcom. Wait, they're swapping in between. Okay, they're trolling us. Yeah, I don't have to say much. They're trolling us at this point. But it looks like it'll be Romcom on that CC, and then he'll probably be going in the goal lane with it.
That is true. That is true. There was a lot of switcheroo coming on from the side of the Sacred Shrine. And yeah, me personally, I do feel like the draft pick is being won by the one step closer with all those meta heroes being picked up by. But while on the side of the Sacred Shrine, we do see a Gushin, a very unusual. I am a Gushin main myself, but I'm not sure about the Gushin being picked in the 5 man in the tournament as well. This is a very crucial game today, and anyone who gets knocked out will be away from this tournament as well. 50,000 rupees of a prize pool just being loose just like that. But yeah, we are going into the first game of the second match of the day 5 in the lower brackets. We do have Leon being shown on the screen right now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn. We will be seeing a very massive fights coming out from this Granger with the Skypier stacks in the late game as well as this Tamus providing a lot of sustain. And now we will be also seeing the new CC with that patch notes. But yeah, we do have a small pause right now. We are currently trying to see what is going on. But yeah, for your vision, what do you think so far about this draft pick? Who do you think has the advantage?
I currently think the advantage goes to the side of one step closer. They look like they're one step closer to victory. I know that there's Romcom on that CC. CC, a really good pick in the MM lane. Wow, wait, it looks like the Ballroom will be in the MM lane instead. My bad. My apologies to the chat. It looks like Ballroom will be taking the goal lane instead, while Romcom on that CC against the Tamis. So we all know what the CC can do. CC really being really strong, but Tamis right now, he's revamped. He does a lot of damage. And we'll be probably seeing this damage coming in from this hero right now, the CXP laner. While a lot of potential, like I said, from the side of one step closer, they have the Gato Kacha, the Tamas, the Granger, electrifying beats from the Joy. And we also do have the Feathered Airstrike coming in from the Farsa, which will be really crucial in this battle. While we cannot really overlook the fact that this side of Sacred Shrine does have these amazing players. They have Bid, Art, Fate, Romcom, Lance Turo. These are really well seasoned players in the ML scene in India. And they are on really good picks here. These picks can be overlooked. These are really underrated picks. Not really used in tournaments much. I mean, like something like Gushin, not really used in tournaments much. But we all know what a well-seasoned Gusion player can do. And a seasoned player just like Van Saturo, he might be able to pull off something out of nothing. He might be able to show us some magic tricks we've never seen before. The way he'd be probably dashing through this map. And we do see Bid with the real world manipulation coming in. Kalea as well. Art really low HP. Art ends up getting taken down by Exo right here. First blood coming into the hands of One Step Closer. And will this kill lead the momentum for the side of One Step Closer, or will it not be enough just yet?
That is true, that is true. And we did see in the bot lane CC being very annoying towards his Thamos, not giving him the room to farm up. But yeah, in the top lane, Fade looking in a very crucial. Oh, that was a misclick on the first skill coming out from the Leon. That first skill, I did not know who he was trying to shoot. But yeah, that was a small bit of a misclick over there. And in the bot lane, we do see Thamos getting pressed by the CC, doing first skill, continuous damage. She's still very strong after that nerf on her passive. Yeah, look at that damage coming out from the CC. Already Thamos very low. He had to pop his vengeance just to get away. He had to rush out because he is very low. He knows that he should not die early game because it could potentially bring him like lower than this CC. The CC does have the advantage in the early game, but yeah, oh my god, the Gusion takes down Farsa over there. Farsa was trying to run away with her bird form, but no, the Gusion denies the runaway. Gusion does punish this Farsa for the early kill on Ard. He does say that this is a revenge match against him, and yeah, we do see in the bot lane SPG taken down by Gusion again, and CC is already very low as well. Gadot Kaja has to back out. Gusion coming in and kills down Gadot Kaja. And yeah, Gadot Kaja gets taken down. Paputera is very low as well and gets taken down by this Eve. With a ray strike coming out from the SKO. And now, yeah, CC gets taken down as well. Farsa also gets taken down. What a game, what a game. Before even the turtle has started. Oh my god. And yeah, we do see SVJ trying to take down One Satoru, but One Satoru with that side stab, he can just dash out and in from that electrifying beats. Now the turtle is up and One Satoru looking very low on the HP. Kalia does give him a little bit of heal, but will that be enough to take down this turtle? But yeah, real world manipulation coming out from the side of the Bid. And yeah, Farsa, look at Farsa. Farsa is trying to do some damage, but could not help her. Gadot Kaja gets taken down. And yeah, One Satoru is still very low. Look at this Joy. Joy just goes in. Action 5 beats coming out, but no, she gets taken down. And the slam dunk coming out, but she gets taken down as well. Kalia gets taken down. Babutera looking very low on the HP and also gets taken down by this Eve. Bid. Yeah, Sacred Shrines are doing very good right now. In the early game, they do have all the advantage. And yeah, I was wrong. This Gusion is showing himself. This Gusion is showing that my pick is not wrong. It was not a mistake. I do play this Gusion and I am very good at Gusion. Vision, what do you think about that fight just happened right now? 3-8 already in the minute 3. What do you think, Vision?
3-8 already, like you said, a lot of good fights coming in. Like I said, Van Satoro, we know this guy's a veteran jungler. He knows what he's doing, and currently 5-0-2, he's been cooking in the Land of Dawn. This guy's a chef the way he's been cooking, by the way. 5-0-2, not really easy to do in under 4 minutes, and he's managed to do that. He's managed to show us why he ended up picking the Gusion, while Fate right now trying to rewrite the fate of Leon, but he'll end up taking a lot of damage. An AOG coming in from the God of Kacha, while a Tsunami Slam coming in from the side of the Kalea right now. It looks like there will be no fight breaking up just yet, because they have managed to survive. Both the sides surviving. Rico and the Kalea are a real world manipulation coming in from the side of Bid right now, and they do. The Rom ends up taking down the Farsa though, and looks like there will be another fight breaking news. SVS with the electrifying beast. SVS ends up taking down the Eve right now. Art in a lot of trouble. Fate ends up taking down Leon though off camera, and looks like there is another fight breaking news. Art managed to surviving, and it's like Romcom is still there. Romcom taking a lot of damage. Romcom doing a lot of damage to the Thammers. Baputer ends up falling down. But this CC right here, wow, right now looks like a feather day strike coming in from the side of Farsa here. He manages to do a lot of damage to Art and Romcom, but Kriko ends up surviving, and Art and Romcom ends up surviving as well. Van Saturo ends up getting the kill onto the Joy here in his buff, and near his blue buff. This is disrespectful, low-key, I can't lie. He just went to his buff, he took him down and took his buff. He didn't manage to take his buff though, but he did manage to take him down. So early, Minato. What do you think about this? This is an action-packed game, by the way.
That is true, that is true. Whatever Christian said just now is very true. That is very disrespectful coming out from the side of one Satoru. Just going into his blue buff and just taking him down like that. And with no precaution, he just goes out. But yeah, in the bot lane, we do see Tamus gets taken down by Gushin. This Gushin is a menace right now for the side of one step closer. They have to pull up. They have to do something about this Gushin. They have to catch him somehow. Otherwise, he is being a menace with that 714 KDA on this Gushin. Early game, we do know that in the early game, if Gushin snowballs, it will be very, very hard to catch him in the late game as well. But yeah, at the same time, we do see CC doing a lot of damage, sustaining a lot at the same time. She did get a small bit of nerf, but that wasn't enough to take her outside of the meta. She is still in the meta. She is still doing a lot of things. And we do see one Satoru picking up that Sky Pierce already. My god, this guy will start doing a lot of damage once the stacks comes out from the Sky Pierce. He will be starting to do a lot of damage with those daggers from the second skill with that combinations. But now we do see CC getting stunned over there. CC being in a very bad position. Her teammates had to come in and help her out. And yeah, Leon gets taken down as well by this Badang, and a slam dunk coming out from the side of Sacred Shrine takes down. Oh my god, Art gets taken down as well. Gatu Kaja gets taken down as well. And this Balmon takes down Bapu Huntera. My god. This team, the Sacred Shrine, they are doing bits right now in this tournament. They are doing bits. They are taking down people left, right, and center already at 6:18 on the minute 6. On the minute 6, there's so much deaths from the side of one step closer. These fights are very, very scary. For the side of one step closer, they should just back out and start farming up. Otherwise, it could be very, very scary. For the side of one step closer, they do realize that this is the last game. I mean, this is the second last game. They do have to fight one more time for the spot in the next game. But yeah, they will be taken down. They will be taken down a lot already, and the gold gap is almost doubled. What do you think about these fights, Vision? These fights are very scary from the side of
these fights are indeed scary. RRG coming in from the side of mid right now. Rom-Com is taking down SVS. It looks like there's a lot of the people in trouble. XCO ends up taking down R. The Rom-Com is getting a kill onto Bapu Terror right now. It looks like it'll be a 1-for-2 trade in favor of one step closer here. What a fight breaking loose from these two sides. These two sides being really aggressive, but a little more than just aggression coming in from the side of one step closer, because they want to inch one step closer to victory, and which they look to be at the moment. Van Saturo coming in with the incandescence, but he will not be committing just yet. But Rom-Com and Kiriko battling him down. They're trying to go head to head against Rom-Com with the vengeance right now being propped up. Kiriko manages to survive though, and Bapu Terror right now on his Tamas, he's 163. It might not be the Uranus pick, but he's still. It doesn't feel like a Uranus pick to him, I guess, because he's 163 right now. But we do see Rom-Com 5110. His name is Rom-Com, but this game has been a horror movie for the side of Sacred Shrine right now. The way Rom-Com has been playing, he's turned this into a completely. It looks literally like a horror movie to him, for them, because he's been on a killing spree. He's been on a road, and we do see Fade just going in, hovering in, but getting caught by the feather airstrike coming in from the far side right now. It looks like the side of Sacred Shrine going to be bursting down this Lord, and Bid ends up taking this neutral objective, the Lord, for the side of Sacred Shrine right now. While we do see the side of Sacred Shrine trying to secure this red buff for their side, and Vamsaturu ends up getting the kill off cam onto the Joy here. And it looks like the Tamus will be chasing him, but will it be enough to chase him down? The ultimate from Baputera had been propped up, by the way, earlier, but looks like Vamsaturu once more. Vamsaturu will be going in for the kill. AOG coming in, but it will end up catching nobody. Vamsaturu ends up taking down Baputera instead. XCO with the feather airstrike onto the Gushin, ends up taking down the Gushin here. Kiriko in a lot of trouble. He's sandwiched right now. RWM coming in from the bid right now. It looks like Rom-Com will end up taking down Kiriko as well. Now, this is a 2-for-1 trade between these two teams on the favor of Sacred Shrine right now. And the Lord marching down the mid lane. The mid lane third won't be surviving this as expected. SVS ends up using the electrifying beats onto Kalea. Kalea ends up going down. Fate ends up taking down Farsa as well. It looks like it'll be a 2-for-2 trade. What is going on? Will they be able to end this once and for all? Because the Lord is still alive, but the Lord will low HP. Fate ends up getting caught by Baputera. Baputera dealing a lot of damage. Leon ends up taking down Fate though, and Bid ends up taking down the bottom inhibitor turret for the side of Sacred Shrine. While Romcom in a lot of trouble, he's taking a lot of damage, but he manages to survive somehow. And Bid right now getting caught by the Joy. Joy using her dashes against him, electrifying beats coming in onto Romcom, and AOG coming onto Bid as well. Romcom is taking down SPS though. Kirko with a kill onto Bid. Baputera ends up taking down Romcom. Vance Turu with the kill onto the far side. It looks like this will be a 3-for-2 trade in favor of One Step Closer this time. But look at this, Baputera trying to go for Van Saturo. He wants a round 2. He wants revenge, by the way. He died earlier to him, and this time he'll be looking to get a kill. But no, they have indeed backed off. Both, they'll be just focusing on clearing or defending these minion waves coming in.
That is true, that is true. That was a very good fight from the side of One Step Closer, but we do see Gushin with that 12-2-7, and he did pick up that Sky Pierce when he had 7 kills. Now we do potentially see like a 40 stacks or a 50 stacks coming out from that Sky Pierce, and it will be very, very scary for the side of One Step Closer. But yeah, Sacred Shrine do have to look to end this game, otherwise this could be very potentially a very, very scary for them as well, because this Tammuz is scaling up. Tammuz is doing bits right now. He does have all the heals, all the items right now, and it's going to be almost a late game. We do know that Tammuz revamp, he does get a lot of HP in the late game as well. When he is at the level 15, he does receive so much HP that it is very hard to kill this person with that vengeance as well, all the damage getting negated out. But yeah, we do see Van Saturu picking up that penetration. My god, now he will be looking to do a lot of damage more. And yeah, this Romcom trying to do some damage onto this this Tammuz, but no, the CC takes down SVS off camera, and now they are going to look to end this game as soon as possible. They do not want to prolong this game anymore. They want to end this game, but could they potentially be ending the game? We don't know. The Tsunami Slam coming out from the art, but do not catch anyone. Oh my god, the real manipulation is also coming down. LOG also came down as well, and right now 2 people are dead from the side of, no, the 3 people also gets taken down from the side of One Step Closer, while 2 people gets taken down from the side of Sacred Shrine. These fights are very messy, but they do look very, very planned as well. They are going to take down the Lord soon enough, and this Barmon helicoptering on this Lord, doing the helicopter meme on this Lord right now. Look at him, he is sustaining a lot from this Lord. But yeah, all 3 of them trying to burst down this Lord. As Vision, what do you think about all these fights coming out from the side of One Step Closer as well as Sacred Shrine? Do you think it will be very crucial? I mean, in the late game, we're almost at the late game now.
The thing is, we're almost at the late game now. It's currently mid game right now, but like we all know, these fights could end up leading to something big, because any mistake coming in from any of these 2 sides, like if this game tilts to one side right now, if one of the 2 teams gets a wipeout or like a one more man knockdown or like a better trade-off, this game could completely tilt the other way. Because right now it's like these teams are going head to head, they're just brawling it out, duking it out against each other. A lot of ults coming in, like you said, like you noticed earlier, AOGs, the RWMs, everything coming in. AOG coming in from the Gato Gacha. Ransaturo ends up getting the kill on the first. SPS ends up taking down Ransaturo though. It looks like there will be another big fight breaking news here up here. Ramco is taking down Leon though. It looks like Art in a lot of trouble. Kirko ends up taking down Art now, but the game has ended. They forgot about the Lord completely here, and the Lord has ended the game. And this victory will be going to the hands of Sacred Shrine right now. The Ballmoon pick. Romcom making this look like a horror movie. The way he played, he was 9-13. He was a nightmare for the side of One Step Closer, and this time unfortunately One Step Closer will not be one step closer to the victory, but maybe one step backwards, because they still have game 2. But we'll see what happens, and as we return just after this short break.
That is true, that is true. We will be returning soon. And this has been me, Minato, and my friend Vision over here. We will be seeing you guys shortly, so wait out. And yeah, don't forget to spam that MLOS Season 2. Bye. See you guys soon.
That one little girl is gonna gonna save someone this time.
For him, I will be the beacon through these turbulent seas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching MLOS Season 2. There's a prize pool on the line, and the prize pool is 50,000 INR. Brought to you by RRG Esports Syndicate, powered by Zenvy Visuals, co-powered by EFO, or the Esports Federation of Odisha, produced by RRG Production, with a special thanks to MOBA 5 Esports. These are the playoffs, Day 5, or the lower bracket, Game 2. Right now, just a short reminder for you guys watching there are 7 heroes permanently banned by 8 teams. These 7 heroes are Yuzong, Grok, Yi Senshin, Fredrin, Kimi, Zushin, and Arlord. These 7 heroes are permanently banned for the whole playoffs. In simple words, they just can't be considered. These sides can consider picking or banning these 7 heroes in the whole playoffs, and they have to draft accordingly. These heroes were decided by these top 8 teams, by the way. And right now, on the caster desk, we have the amazing and talented Minato with your boy Vision. So, what do you think about these bans happening so far, Minato?
Yeah, hello everyone. And yeah, for the first ban, we do see a 1-1 getting banned. It is a very unusual ban for the first ban from the side of Sacred Shrine. I haven't seen that much of a 1-1 first banning, but we do see a very expected ban coming out from the side of One Step Closer. It will be the menacing Lapu Lapu. Lapu Lapu being very strong in the late game, doing almost a lot of damage to the enemy jungler, the back lane, to the mage. The mages are very scared of this person, this Lapu Lapu, with his almost everything immune to the CC. The crowd controls cannot catch this guy, so they do ban him out. And now we do see Art trying to ban someone on the 20 seconds mark. He is thinking very hardly who to ban right now. And I do believe there could potentially, we will see a CC getting banned soon, because in the previous match we did see this CC doing a lot of damage on the rom-com, doing a lot of damage. So I do believe One Step Closer might ban the CC, but we do see from the Sacred Shrine we have the Bakshia getting banned, the Kumar Bakshia getting banned on the side of one Sacred Shrine. What do you think about these bans so far, Fission? What do you think?
These bans coming in, we know what a Fed 1-1 can do. The crossbow of Tang, no one wants to face that. In ranked games, I do not want to face a crossbow of Tang. A 1-1 chasing me is like a nightmare, not gonna lie, in a ranked game. And I'll probably bet it is for a lot of you watching. Because unless you have a Clint or a Kufra on your side, that 1-1 chasing you, it's literally like them Temple Run memes. Baxia being banned out, we saw Baxia, what a Baxia can do. But maybe sometimes not on the hands of Kyrie, But he is the best jungler, so we won't say too much. Hayabusa being banned out here. We all know what a Hayabusa can do. 8-tier jungler, very strong. And CC being banned out, rom-com kind of put the fear of CC into the side of One Step Closer right now, because Sacred Shrine and rom-com on that CC, deadly. He made this Land of Dawn into a horror movie last game. We saw what happened, so they have banned her out. And Lancelot being banned out. Obviously, S tier jungler will be banned out. Lapu Lapu, S tier EXP laner, banned out as well. While Art going for that Minotaur pick. Last time it was banned, but this time Art gets his hands on Minotaur. And maybe he'll be able to paint a masterpiece for us in this game. Or Baputera again on the Tamas. This time he's not been using the Uranus picks. I guess he knows, or I guess he just doesn't want to pick his Uranus just yet. But this is round 2 for him going on to the Tamas. Skull right now going to take his pick. He's down to 14 seconds, but he'll be taking his time. He'll be waiting to make a pick. And maybe we might see a swap happening here, or maybe he picks a very crucial hero that we have overlooked right now. But it looks like it'll be Kriko again on the Gato Kacha. Maybe they're going for the same composition, by the way, that they went for last time. They want to go for round 2 and use this composition because they have Fate in this composition working out. While Fate and Bid going to be taking their picks. What do you think about these picks and bans so far, Minato?
That is true, that is true. In the previous match, we did see Minotaur getting banned, but now it is being picked up by Art. As well as Baputera still going on for that Tamus pick. Last match, I mean in the late game, he did pull it up with his sustain and everything, but in the early game, it was not that good. Till the minute 13, I did show him on the 0-5, but now he will be picking up Tamus' first pick again as well. And we do see Kirko with that Gadot Kacha being very menacing. In the late game, in the early game, in the mid game, he is very menacing with that aura farming. While his teammates are taking down the turtle, he will be standing still, aura farming with that AOG. He knows that he can sustain, and the second skill taunt as well. But we do see now Bit ticking up that Xavier. Xavier is very strong mage in the mid lane with that immobility from the second skill and the first skill combination. That immobility will be very crucial for the side of the Sacred Shrine. If the enemy side, the One Step Closer, picks up any of the dash hero, it will be very scary because this Bid guy with this Xavier could just immobilize them. And yeah, one touch onto his skill will be the immobilization. And now we do also see Rom-Com with this Benedetta. We do not see Benedetta that much, but Benedetta is very scary as well. She is a very hard hero to catch with that Petrify as well. The skills, the pace, the passive just lets her dash away with no precaution at all. And the second skill, immunity as well. And the ultimate with almost all the stacks catching up as well. The lot of damage coming out from the Rom-Com. But we do see SKL also picking up this Kadida, potentially a potential rival. I mean, it could potentially be very bad for this Xavier. He does not have any of the skill dashes, so he does have to stand still and walk around. But we do see Bid picking up this Purify. What do you think about all these picks right now? This Xavier, this Benedetta, as well as Kadida. What do you think, Vision? The picks are so weird, or interesting, I should say.
These are really unusual picks, like you said. Yeah, I have to agree with you. But Exco, I have to give you some inside information or like some side note. X-Skull on that Kadita, that's like his comfort pick. So these rough phase that the Kadita will be using will be really crucial for this fight and for this side of One Step Closer, because he will be looking to make this fight really rough for the side of Sacred Shrine here. Sacred Shrine might have won game one, but this time, X-Skull probably looking to make a lot of impact, probably trying to make a big impact in this game, while Angela being banned out from the side of Sacred Shrine. No hard guards coming in this match, because the side of Sacred Shrine does know they have Baputera on the Tamas, they have the Gatot Kacha as well. They can still pick, they could still made a pick, but it looks like no pick, it won't be getting picked up. A bit unusual, by the way, because Exco was the mid laner, so there was no chance of a mid lane Angela being there, and Kriko is the roam, so there was no chance of a roamer Angela being there. So I don't understand it a bit, but then again, it's just a precautionary measure. But I don't expect the Angela to go jungle or MM, so I don't see why they banned him out. Maybe just a decision. This is a precautionary measure. Xborg being banned out though from the side of One Step Closer right now, while Vansaturu and Fade going to be taking his ban before the side of One Step Closer makes their picks. While we do see Romcom and Bid on unusual heroes, Romcom and the Benedetta this time, because the CC had been banned out, while Bid on that Xavier. The Xavier will be using his sniper shots from afar to take down this side of One Step Closer right now. But it looks like a ban from Fate coming on to Joy. No electrifying beats in this game. We won't be seeing anything of that sort. While Leon going for his pick right here. Who do you think they'll be picking, Minato?
Yeah, it is a very, very weird picks coming out from the both sides. But as you were saying, Excal with that, the comfort picks, and yeah, the Kadita could be very scary. But on Leon, right now we do have missing of a gold laner right now. And you were saying how the Angela was banned. It is very weird to ban Angela, but I do feel like they were fearing how this Thamos could have potentially went to the gold lane and do some damage over there, and Gadol Kacha could be in the EXP lane. That's why they might have banned it. But I'm not sure what they were thinking, but they did ban out the Angela as well. And now we do see Leon picking up this Ruby. Ruby could potentially be going to the gold lane. And yeah, Thamos or Ruby, both one person could be going to the gold lane right now. And we do see a Roger being picked up by one Satoru. It is a very weird picks coming out on the side of the Sacred Shrine, but we will have to see the combinations coming out from the Sacred Shrine. They are picking up this Hilda. The early game invades will be very scary. This Benedetta as well as this Hilda. The Hilda with the early game damage and the heals, as well as this Rom-Com with the early game dashes and the Petrify stuns. It could potentially be very, very scary for the side of One Step Closer. And even though they have a very unusual picks, even though they have very interesting picks, for my own self, and I do feel like the draft pick will be going towards the side of Sacred Shrine. What do you think? Whose side are you on, Vision, for this draft pick itself?
This particular draft pick, even I will be going for my pick will be the side of One Step Closer this time. Just because, first off, I do want to see game 3. Like, I'm just biased. I'm all about the chaos, I'm all about that little chaos happening. I don't want it just to end like with a straight sweep. I want there to be a game 3. I wanted to go all the way. So right now I'm kind of biased. I'm going for the side of One Step Closer. SVS on the Aemon. Aemon really good, underrated pick. With the magic damage coming in. Leon with the I'm offended. Could be getting offended on that Ruby and doing a lot of damage. Baputera on the EXP lane on the Tamis. We know what Tamis can do after the revamp. He didn't have the best of games last time, but this time he'll be going for the round 2. He does have the new skin, by the way. I know a lot of us in chat, including me and Minato, are jealous of that skin. We want that skin too, but he'll be getting to use it this time in this game, while Kriko and Exco on their picks as well. Really strong picks, the Gatot Kacha and the Kadita. While Vansaturo on the Roger. Roger is an underrated pick too. Can go into his wolf form anytime and can do a lot of damage. While Fate, early game invade hero, and they will be probably looking to early game invade as much as they can with that Hilda. Rom-Com going with the dashes, going with a lot of kills. He's already there, by the way. He's already fighting. He's already at a head start. He's going to be doing a lot of damage, poking them. While Art defending his teammate and protecting him. While you see Bid trying to take out the Kadita early game, they're already aggressive against each other. Well, there is something happening here. It looks like Fate is in a bad spot, but he still somehow manages to survive. What a play coming in from him. But we do see Art protecting Fate right now because he does not want Fate's fate to get written over here just yet. While Kadita in a lot of trouble, Kadita is low HP, and Bid ends up taking down the Kadita. A first blood coming in from the side of Shakers right here. What a play. It looks like Babu that ends up getting caught as well. Ran through with the kill onto the Tamas as well. What is going on? One step closer. They have to be one step closer to victory, but they're going one step backwards as it stands.
That is true, that is true. And yeah, there was a lot of damage coming out from the side of Xavier. Xavier is still doing a lot of damage in the early game, when he is supposed to be a late game hero. But yeah, we did see an early game invasion from the side of the Sacred Shrine with that Hilda being picked up, and it was very hard to kill this guy. Look at him, he's just there being menacing, but he might get picked off, but no, he can just dash out like that. And yeah, look at this Xavier trying to do some damage on and helping out this Khalida. This Hilda. But yeah, the turtle will be taken down by the Sacred Shrine with the ease, because the Amon is still taking down his red buff. He has no visual over there. But look at the top lane. Ruby is very low, as well as Fade as well. Leon and Fade both very low. But in the bot lane, there's a group coming out. The jungler versus the EXP lane, and they are showing emotes and everything. There's a fight going on in each of the lane right now. It is a very, very scary position for the both side. Anyone could potentially lose, and this Kadita takes down Art on the Minotaur, while this bull cannot sustain that much, as well as the low of the lava. Tamus also gets taken down in the bot lane. Babu Hutera still at 0-2-1. Last game it was not that big of a difference he made, but right now he also gets taken down as well, and Kadita X-Skull gets taken down by Bid. Look at this guy, look at this Xavier, the daddy Xavier on the Land of Dawn, and takes down the Lethal Wanderer with his ultimate. My god, look at this Xavier doing a lot of damage, as well as a lot of vision provider. He is stunning everyone. He is doing a lot of damage. And in the top lane, Leon looking in a very bad spot. He cannot even go back to his own lane because of Fate. Look at Fate. Fate is very, very strong. And in the bot lane, Romcom is very low. It could potentially be very, very scary for him. And yeah, Amon tries to do some damage onto Romcom, trying to finish him off, punish him. But no, he has his second skill, Immune. He does immune himself. The damage gets immune, and he can just dash out like that, and he can over there are trying to poke them as well. But look at the Purify coming off in the Bid. It was a very, very crucial Purify, and yeah, X-Skull gets taken down as well. Kirko tries to protect the Kadita, but cannot protect her. She gets taken down as well. One Satoru looking for more damage, looking for more kills. He's saying that we are going to mark our presence in this tournament. We are going to do a lot of damage, and we are going to show you that we are supreme. We are actually the Sacred Shrine. They will be taking down this. They will be taking down this red buff as well. The knockup comes out from the Kadita, but cannot do that much damage and cannot provide that much help for the side of Amon. Amon has to retreat and go to the other side of their lane. The turtle, the neutral objective will be for the side of Sacred Shrine. My god, what a fight coming out from both sides. Kiriko just manages to get away with that 1 XP. Yeah. Vision, what do you think about all these fights coming out from the both sides? They are doing so much damage, as well as they are playing so well. What do you think?
Leon ends up taking down Hilda, by the way. We just missed that. Leon ended up taking him down right now. And there's a lot of fights coming in. Both these sides being super aggressive. But should they be this aggressive? I don't think the side of One Step Closure should be being this aggressive right now, because they're already 6-2 down. And they still want to win this game, because if they lose this game, it's just GG's for them as it stands. But they'll be fight breaking down, but probably not, because it looks like both the sides will be retreating ASAP. But it looks like Van Saturo in his Wolf transformation right now, but he won't be able to use it just yet, while Art getting pulled down by Baputera, getting bursted down immediately. Baputera with the ends up taking him down. SVS gets a kill on the Fate as well. It looks like Exo will be trying to escape. Romcom ends up taking down SVS with the final blow, and Romcom trying to chase and clear these minion waves. It looked like he was going to change Exco, but he changed his plans. Right now, Vance Duro still in his wolf transformation, trying to take them down. Bid ends up getting the kill onto Leon as it stands. Baputera chasing Bid down. He's poking him, he's bursting him. He wants a kill, and he did get the kill. Vance Duro, though, will be looking to make a comeback for his team. He does end up getting a kill onto Baputera as well. And Romcom and Exco kind of trying to fight and duke it out in the top lane. And Benedetta does indeed manage to get this top lane inhibitor turret. Wow, Art and Lanceturo pushing down the mid. It looks like Romcom in a lot of trouble. This won't be a romantic comedy for him because he ends up getting taken down by SVS. While we see Lanceturo trying to take this blue buff from the hands of SVS right now, and he does manage to do it. And we do see a turtle coming up. The turtle is there right now. But we do see Vanzaturo being there. Vanzaturo going to be bursting it down as soon as possible and going to take this neutral objective for the side of Sacred Shrine. Paputera and Kirko though, they're on to Fade. They have his number, but it looks like he will be escaping right now. Art manages to save him, manages to distract the side of Baputera, Excal, and Leon and Kirko here. And he has managed to do it successfully while Bid's still there. SPS and Benedetta duking it out. A final blow coming onto SPS, and he ends up getting taken down as well. Bid and Art in the mid lane trying to clear these minion waves as soon as possible. They are fearless, they're untouched. They know they're outnumbered, but they know the goal gap they have and the position they're in right now. Because Xavier is 4-1-3. Art is 0-2-3, but he's providing a lot of protection for his teammate Bid here. Bid doing the damage here, Bid doing the bidding for his side. But we also see Baputera and Fade duking it out in the bot lane, and there's fights breaking loose. There could be a fight happening any minute now, Minato. What do you think about this?
Yeah, there could potentially be a fight happening any minute. They are looking to take down this mid lane turret. Look at all of them just stacking out in the mid lane turret. And yeah, they will be trying to take this down. And the minion will be marching down in the mid lane turret. And oh my god, the Leon trying to do some damage, trying to poke this Minotaur. Minotaur just not doing anything. I mean, he's literally just there in the turret. And yeah, there's a knock-up coming out from the Minotaur as well as the Gadokaja, but Gadokaja could not catch anyone over there, just the Minotaur, and there's a lot of damage coming out. 3 people down from the side of the one step closer. SVS, Leon, as well as Kirko gets taken down, and in the bot lane, Camus does manages to take down 2 turrets. And in the top lane, oh my god, Wansaduru gets taken down by SKO. My god, what a damage coming out from this Kadita. And yeah, look at the Baputera. Baputera tries to defend the mid lane. In the mid lane, he is alone, 3 people versus 1 self. And Esco in the side, trying to provide some vision, trying to see something. And yeah, Baputera takes down this Minotaur as well. Baputera is trying to be menacing right now. He is actually very menacing on this Camus. He's trying to do a lot of damage, and he will. And yeah, this Benedetta gets chased down and gets taken down as well. Baputera also gets taken down as well. Bid looking to be in a very scary position, and Amon does take him down as well. Fade coming from the backside. They will be getting taken down one by one, but I don't know. Fade will be managing to go away because he does have a lot of sustain. These fights are very, very, very scary for both sides, and yeah, one mistake coming out from the side of the Sacred Shrine could potentially make them lose the game. The load will be spawning now. The side of the one step closer are looking to take down this load, but they do not have their jungler on their side. Both the jungler are in the bot lane. They're trying to look for this turret, and Baputera has to go over there to defend this turret, and Amon already going towards the side of this load and try to take down his red buff as soon as possible, providing him with that a little bit more damage coming out from this buff, this orange buff. And we do see in the mid lane, the turret is still standing up. They were trying to do a lot of damage to this turret, but they could not take the turret down. What do you think, Vision? What do you think is going to happen over to the load side?
By the way, the Lord side, these 2 teams are not just doing the Lord dance just yet, but it looks like the team of Sacred Shrine is literally near the Lord. They have a man advantage on it. Romcom trying to zone out Kirko as well. But as a Benedetta, he's doing a lot of damage to this Gato Kacha, while he also puts a lot of pressure onto the Kadita. But he ends up getting taken down instead. He ends up getting taken down instead. And once Duro gets a kill onto the Gato Kacha, SPS gets a kill onto the Xavier here. Duro manages to secure the Lord for his side right now, while Duro in a lot of trouble, and Art in a lot of trouble as well. But Duro in his wolf transformation right now, he'll be looking to chase SVS. He does damage, and he gets the kill onto SVS as well. Exco on the chopping block as well. Exco gets taken down on Duro as well. But right now, 2v1, Cotran Inferno coming in from the side of Famous, but We won't be catching him just yet. He managed to survive. While we do see Fate coming in to ride the fate of Leon right now, and they ran Turo and Fate do indeed manage to ride his fate for him because they have taken him down. And Emo coming in from the Roger. Rantaduro gets the kill on Bapu Tera as well. This fight is completely being dominated by Sacred Shrine here. Rantaduro 12-1-2. He's shown how good he can snowball out that cushion. He's right now he's showing how he can snowball on the Roger. He's just taking them down one by one, putting them on the chopping block, doing everything he can, showing the level to this side of one step closer. And it looks like the Lord marching in. No damage coming in from the side of the Aimer right now onto Fate. But the Lord gets taken down by the Holy Guard. But the Holy Guard used up on the top lane with the turret. AOG coming in. AOG ends up catching them. But instead, Ransadura had other plans. He ended up taking down Kiriko instead. He took him down like he wasn't the tank. He wasn't a bruiser kind of hero. He took him down like he was just paperweight to him. What a play by Ransadura. Ransadura is completely snowball logged in, and also a dawning light coming in from Bid. By the way, earlier we missed a dawning light coming in from Xavier in the mid lane, and he ended up catching the Aiming and the Kadita earlier. But Bapu Tera wants more. He's still aggressive. He knows his side are losing, and he'll be looking to use the Quadrant Inferno for his side, but he ends up getting taken down. Unfortunately, Ransadura ends up getting the kill onto Leon. He's onto a double kill right now. He will be looking to get more kills, but he ends up getting taken down by the wolf face coming in from the Kadita right now. Bid ends up taking down SB's dog. Dawning Light coming in again from this Xavier. Kiriko very low HP. AOG coming in, but this is not a defensive one because he's still low HP and he managed to go onto it, but he somehow survived. Excellent ends up getting taken down by the Fire Wilderness coming in from the side of Hilda right now. Rom-Com has taken a little bit for his side. Another Dawning Light coming in onto Kiriko. Kiriko is really low HP. It looks like he just wants this game to end. He dies. He ends up getting caught by Bid, and it looks like this victory just inches away or centimeters away, but it has been won by Sacred Shrine. What a game, Minato. It's 2-0 for the side of Sacred Shrine here. What a play coming in from Mansaturo. Last time we saw Rom-Com and CC getting the MVP, but this time Mansaturo said, hold up, wait a minute, this time the MVP is mine. 15-2-2, well deservedly so. Well, these picks coming in from one step closer, but I guess unfortunately this time they won't be one step closer to victory. But GG's to both the teams. Amazing matchup coming in from both these sides here. What do you think, Minato?
That is true. That is true. That was a very amazing match coming out from the both sides. Sacred Shrine and One Step Closer. They both tried. I did thought that they were going to come back. The One Step Closer. I did felt like they were actually going to come back. But no, what Sacred Shrine did prove that no, there's no chance that you guys are coming back. And we did see Rom-Com doing a lot of damage as well as with the 15-2-2 on this Roger. My god, in the previous match also he did have the most and the highest kill to death ratio, and in this match as well. My god, this guy, somebody stop this guy with that Sky Pierce as well. Also, the Sky Pierce doing a lot of damage in the final touch. Just one touch in the last final HP and they just gets taken down. And yeah, this is it for today. My guy, my world. Oh my goodness. This was such a good game. And thank you all for coming out. And this is me, Minato, and with my good friend over here, amazing caster, Vision as well. Thank you guys, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Stay tuned and keep checking our socials. Thank you guys.